Aloha, my name is Kevin and I'm the lead developer for Gamers Assistant. I'm going to show you real fast today how you can go ahead and configure it. We're going to do a sample configuration for Magic the Gathering. First, you see the main menu has a bunch of modules on it. All these are configurable to have any type of module you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with the top left module, touch there. I'm going to make that a counter, so I'm going to touch Add Counter. Now that red color is a little ugly, I think, so I'm going to change it to green. Now in the second slot, I'm going to go ahead and add another counter. This will be my life counter for my opponent. Still, don't like that color. We're going to go and change it again. So we end up with a different color. Now, we're going to go ahead and set the name of my life counter. Change the label. I'm going to make this me. Do the same thing for my opponent. I call them them. It's set. Now, if I wanted to, this is all I have to do. I can click on here, go ahead and do -1, or I can do +3, or I can change it around, and I'm going to set that number at any number I like. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and set it to 20. I'm going to make some hot buttons to make this a little more convenient so I can do it all with one touch. So I'm going to go into the submenu here. This is where I want to put a hot button. Click on the magic wand function. That's a little reminder. Let me know how that's used. I'm going to show you. You go into the module that you want to modify. You do the action just like you're going to do it. And now this button right here becomes a hotkey for +1. You do the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and just set that up for all. I can do +1, -1. So now I can do +1 or -1 for that counter, +1, -1 for that counter. I'm also going to go ahead and make this quicker. We're going to set up the function so I can set any number I want for each of these automatically. So if I want to set their life to 15, I just go 15, I set. I can also set that number back to 20. Alright. Now, I want to know who's going to go first. So I'm going to put a couple of dice down. I'm going to do D20s. Alright, this dice here, I'm going to call this me first. Set that. And I'm going to change this dice to them. Alright. Now, go through, and I'm going to add a button to roll the dice. Roll dice. Now, the difference with this roll dice function is instead of just rolling the one dice, it's going to roll all my dice. So now when I hit the roll button, it gives me two separate numbers and lets me know. The other way I can roll the dice on the screen is by shaking the iPhone. Alright, and just for one last little touch here, let's go ahead and say I've got some goblins on the board, so I'm going to put a counter on that. I think that's a good color for goblins, and we'll just call these goblins. Let's set that to 0. And because I'm a sucker for cleanliness, I'm going to hit the show high button, and now I've got it perfectly set up for the Magic the Gathering game. I hope you understand everything, and feel free to ask questions on the website if you didn't figure it out.